Imagine you're X-raying, mining more diamonds than you have ever before, but when you turn around, there's an admin watching you. Could you still get away with X-ray? Because today, that's what I want to do. My friend has a private fan server that, because of the smaller player count, has some of the tightest moderation. They have tools that let them see player inventories, what blocks they've placed and broken, and the same day I joined, a player got banned for stealing a single music disc, and it wasn't even one of the rare ones. So over the next 100 days, I'm going to be putting my X-ray skills to a final test, using old and never before seen methods to trick the admins or get banned trying. So after submitting an application under a fake identity, I was added to the server, but as I was leaving spawn to go X-ray...
Wait, who are you? Wait, when did they join?
I was already spotted by a moderator. Now, none of them recognized me because of my secret identity, Roranges220, but using my voice would also give away who I was, so I just had to stand there nodding my head to anything they said until they started arguing, giving me a chance to escape. We need to get out of here and get into the cave. But as I looked around with X-ray, I couldn't see any ores unless they were very close to me. That means the moderation was one step ahead, as their server had an anti-X-ray. There's currently nothing on the internet that is able to bypass anti-X-ray. Oh no, I can't. But what if I told you I am currently the only person in possession of Minecraft's most powerful X-ray, the anti-X-ray. But for it to work, I needed the world seed. So I spent the rest of day one boating around, locating shipwrecks, and after punching those coordinates into another program, bingo. Now what we do is we just hit the B key. You can see all the ores slowly start to load in. I had a lot of X-raying methods that I wanted to try out on the server, but I started with the safest, mining in a straight line, then seemingly randomly mining to the left, right, and above, but just so happened to do so when there's diamonds nearby. But I've upgraded this method to be even more undetectable. See, the biggest advantage the moderators have against me is a program called Core Protect that lets mods see who broke what block. No longer do I have to get caught in the act of X-raying. If they find any of the tunnels I leave throughout the video, they can instantly know it was Roranges who made them. So we're going to take this smelted deep slate, run to the end of the tunnel, and then cover up our tracks as if we were never mining here in the first place. If there's no evidence of even a normal mining tunnel, how can they pin us for X-ray? Here's the thing, I just realized though, if we want to smelt more cobbled deep slate, we're gonna need more coal. There's no way I'm going to seriously do this. I made an entire video about how X-raying for coal, is a joke, and here I am, already in this video, doing it seriously. Oh my gosh. So we can place more furnaces and smelt more deep slate. Look as I take this tunnel from, there's a slight chance he X-rayed to, I don't think anyone even mined here at all. All the ores are loading in, except there's oddly none in front of me. Oh my gosh, look how many diamonds are below us. No, we have to pass so many. Now we got so few diamonds in this tunnel, I'm not even gonna bother covering it up. What are we covering up? That I mined in a straight line and got nothing? Why are there no diamonds in front of me? I'm starting the scan again. Come on, scan for diamonds. Scanning. There's still none in front of me. It's not a scan, it's a scam. I'm actually gonna be mining in these tunnels forever. But on my previous X-ray videos, I've gotten comments like, the only reason you get away with X-ray is because the mods don't care, since it's a lame hack. But I completely disagree. I believe X-ray is actually the most powerful hack. But I'm not going to just say that. Over these next 100 days, I'm going to prove that by becoming the most powerful player on the server. Now, the first reason X-ray is so powerful is I was able to leave the tunnels with diamond tools, armor, and an extra 34, all without leaving a trace. Okay, maybe a little bit of trace, but I was just excited to show you what makes X-ray even better than just crafting gear. There's people everywhere.
Is that the real Roranges?
Roranges? That's not how it's... Where do you get Roranges? Okay, I do see how you can get Roranges. See, in spawn, players will open up shops. See, diamonds are basically the currency on this server. Just like that, I didn't have to do any enchanting, and I now have a maxed out diamond pickaxe. So if I X-rayed for enough diamonds, I could buy maxed out weapons and armor, stuff that makes me physically powerful, all without doing any real work. And one thing we have to make sure is when we start the scan, we do not leave the chunk. If we leave the chunk, something bad happens. I can't remember how bad it is, but I remember it being bad. While I mined, I'd lightly chat with the admins, but purely just to build a fake relationship, because the last thing I wanted was the admins to think I'm a secret recluse scheming in the background, because that's exactly what I am. What do I do? I broke it! You know what? That's a good excuse to turn around. Yeah, I might have the most powerful hack in the world, but it can't really do anything against wardens. For now, until we get a better way to get this normal deep slate, I'm just going to be covering up our side jut out. See, and now this tunnel just looks like a regular one a person would mine if they were strip mining for diamonds. Because there's no way someone is looking at this and is like, yep, this is evidence. Throw them in the slammer. Okay, number one thing we need to buy is a shulker box so I can empty this inventory. I was just about to say, I wonder where we can buy shulker boxes. Well, isn't that convenient timing? Now we can finally empty my inventory of all my rares and witches. My what? 12 diamonds for a fully enchanted diamond axe. 20 diamonds for a completely maxed out sword. Junk. Maybe we should put this server's anti-X-ray plugin in here. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Advertise here. 1 stack of diamonds. For us, that's kind of cheap. I also purchased fire resistance wool and gunpowder because the last item we needed to have maxed out physical power was netherite. I was able to buy a netherite upgrade template from a player, but nobody was selling netherite ingots themselves because it's a hard item to get lots of. Now, I've actually developed a new method for netherite mining because the old one isn't that good. The old one would be disguised as a regular sweeping pattern, but it would just happen to gradually turn to other netherite veins. But here's the issue with that. That's kind of suspicious. Like, we went from 1 netherite and then we just so happened to take the exact turn to it, which on a public server we could get away with. But on a private server with more moderation, I don't think it's gonna be possible. So I have come up with an even better solution. Probably the most common way experienced players mine for netherite is with beds, exploding a massive area that can expose a bunch of blocks. So we can take advantage of that. Instead of going directly to every netherite vein, I just have to be close enough for an explosion to expose it. Just like that, we have 9 ancient debris. That is probably the fastest I've ever gotten, like 2 ingots. And the trace I leave looks like any ordinary mining tunnel. So by just day 7, I had enough netherite to upgrade all my armor and tools. Chestplate, leggings, boots. We got a full set of netherite armor. I probably shouldn't do this. If anything, this is gonna make it even more suspicious that I'm X-raying, but come on. I gotta. So my final chore was to get some orange armor trims, which doesn't give me much power. I really only did this so other players would think I looked cool. Except after a few days failing to collect the orange resin on my own, it was actually given to me by a moderator.
Hello.
Here. This was my first face-to-face with someone who has the power to ban me. And they have no clue what I've been up to.
Thank you very much.
Oh, no. Thank you, Jamie Tom. So I've now shown you X-ray can be used to get physical power, but since this server, like many others, doesn't even allow sporadic fights, what's even more important is to obtain power over the people. But first, day 12, I wanted a base to store my diamonds in, and to go along with the orange theme, I would build it out of copper. To those who wanted an X-raying but only mining copper video, here you go. It went exactly how you'd expect. I mined for copper, was bored, but then I spotted a tryout chamber and discovered this is faster than cheating. I'd collected enough copper by just day 14, so I finished the vault and placed my singular remaining diamond block inside, and immediately took it back out because the nature shop had just restocked all of their smelted deep slate. Look at all these diamonds we will be mining today. Every time we hit a diamond, we'll just cover it all up. But as I mine more diamonds, I stash them into hidden barrels. See, another tool the moderators have to their advantage is a /inventory-c command, which I got increasingly paranoid that they would use this on me and see an amount of diamonds that would tip them off to what I was doing, making them investigate my tunnels even further. Okay, so one thing I'm realizing is I'm mining at -52, so I don't run directly into lava. But I can see the lava before the lava sees me, so I don't... There's actually like no purpose in doing that. So every 16 diamond blocks, I stashed them in a barrel, marked the coordinates, and buried it to collect later. Even me, having the most powerful X-ray, I can't see the barrel I left behind. Over the course of 3 days, I hid 3 separate stashes. So I'm realizing I don't need to put these last diamonds in because I did a mining trip for this long. It would make sense to have 14 blocks of diamonds. I've been mining for almost, what, like an hour and a half? So I'll take these home with me, and yeah, let's head home. But while I was at the surface, most of my diamonds were still stuck in the barrels underground. It seems like the next logical step would be to dig them up, but that brings us back to the same issue of the admins wondering how I got so many diamonds. To be able to last 100 days on the server, we need to tell a convincing story for how, because right now the story of Oranges220 is that he logs on, immediately runs off to the caves, mines stacks of diamonds and netherite, and then wastes it on a hoe. Yeah. So what is a convincing story we can tell the server for how Roran just collected so many diamonds? Just like that, in chat, someone just said what it could be. Opening up a shop. Then every time we legitimately get a diamond from selling an item, we take some of our cheated diamonds and put them in the chest. So now it seems as if those came from a legitimate purchase as well. But to be able to clean all the diamonds we've x-rayed, we needed to sell an item that is easy to get loads of, every player buys, and consumable, so there's constantly purchases being made. And I think it's pretty obvious what we should be selling, because I've been using about 5 of them during this monologue. We should open a rocket store. From my time in the shopping district, a few players have tried to sell rockets, but they're always out of stock. So I picked out some land to open Rorange's rockets, but first made sure the location was free, as the last thing I wanted was negative attention being brought to our shop that could cause an investigation. Hey, look, yo, why is everyone just like watching me, bro? Why is everyone professional watchers? But as I was looking at shop listings to see how much I should sell my rockets for, I discovered, oh no, there was already a rocket shop that was owned by a server admin, and I had just opened mine right in front of it. Meanwhile, another shop was hosting its grand opening that I was quite excited for. I had seen they would be selling very cheap gunpowder, which was my plan for stocking my shop, until...
After lots of hard work, after lots of grinding, I have finally built a shop.
Red ribbon. Oh my god!
Yo, did someone just grief this guy's build? So while everyone else was panicking about the shop, I found the person who planted the TNT and gave him a few diamonds. Okay, it wouldn't hurt to have someone like that on our good side. He was standing awfully close to my shop, but also awfully close to the other rocket shop, if you know what I mean. But now my method for easily procuring stock was out the window, and while I could build my own gunpowder farm, that just sounds like actually opening up a rocket shop. Now, the admin Zartu was selling his rockets for 1 diamond a stack, so I bought out the entire stock to sell for cheaper at my store. Okay, everybody, it's open, it's open. You're selling rockets outside another rocket shop? That is merely a coincidence. I could obviously afford to do this because I'd actually be fabricating most of my sales. The rockets are really just there for show. Oh no, that's the admin that's online.
He bought all of Zartu's rockets. I ain't dumb.
But nobody was actually buying rockets from me. Even though Zartu was out of stock, they would still go in to try and buy from him, avoiding my shop. Yo, what are you doing in there? Come buy my rockets. Oh my goodness, we've finally done it. We've made 1 sale. Now we can take these diamonds, we can take these diamonds, and let's go buy this guy's stock. And here is our barrel. Our 17 diamonds. There's been something on my mind. I am being way too paranoid. Ever since I started this recording, not a single person has said the word X-ray. Nobody has even remarked about how many diamonds I have. Nobody even suspects that I'm X-raying. Nobody even suspects that I have anything. Nobody even knows I have a bunch of diamonds. So why am I acting like everyone's like on my tail? So you know what? I'm gonna be more obvious. I don't know. Every time I do this, it feels risky. It just feels so obvious that all it takes is them watching me for 1 second to be like, oh, yep, he's X-raying. But like, I don't think anyone has any suspicions. Hey yo, what is that doing there? Oh my gosh, wait, we have 2.5 stacks of diamonds. Okay, wait, so I found this strip mine that someone made. This crazy strip mine where they left no block uncovered, but they've also missed a ton of diamonds. So I'm thinking we can just use this to pick up extra diamonds. And then with our deep slate method, I can obviously mine for those diamonds. Then guess what? I take off the resource path and look at this tunnel. This is just a regular tunnel someone mined and they found nothing. Like, that's it. Yo! So who put this in front of my shop? You know what that means? I'm not gonna just kill the creeper. No. There you go. Yeah, because I bet it was the firework rocket shop that did that. They're jealous that I'm selling it for much cheaper. Why is nobody buying from me? But honestly, it didn't matter how many sales I actually made, because according to the books, I have 1,000 clean diamonds. But those on their own won't prove X-ray is powerful. They're just light blue blocks. It's how we use them that counts. So I went into the shopping district to first just buy a few items as a little experiment. I bought potions, some gunpowder, and an entire beacon set, but the best thing I purchased was from an admin. There we go. This deal has been done. But what was supposed to be a fun little moment proving the power X-ray gives me became the ignition for a power struggle. Oh my gosh, I just realized something. This is terrible placement. Wait, Daily. It's hard to read the one. No one will know my incredible prices. I'm still gonna stop at Zartu's anyway. Yo, they're boycotting me. The server's boycotting me. Oh my gosh. I'm actually gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out. The staff are against my shop. Well, maybe I'll put a statue of Zartu conveniently in front of the advertising board. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Hey, you wanna buy from them? Well, guess what? You're out of stock now, buddy. Good luck with that. Did you buy Zartu out of stock to get your own sales? That's called venture capitalism. So Daily and the admins quite disliked me, and not even for my X rank, but for buying out other shops and selling for cheaper. But since Daily is the head admin and was boycotting my shop, I know it doesn't really make much sense, but I just bought out his entire shop out of spite. You're selling a stack of netherrack for a diamond? Oh no, I'm gonna have to X-ray so much more to buy all this. You're still selling stacks of seeds, a stack of seeds for 1 diamond. There is no way you can look the server in the eye and be like, yes, that is reasonable. So I called Daily Chief Guy over to get a reaction from him, but he just goes, huh. Okay, guys, I'm blowing up my shop. Come to spawn to watch. No! Oh. Okay, well, that was, tragic. So Daily is the head admin, meaning out of anyone, he'd want me gone the most. And this is the kind of madman we are dealing with. So in front of Daily's nature shop, or at least what was a nature shop, I opened my own, selling his items for cheaper prices. That's what every shop needs. A manifesto.
What do you think you're doing?
Feel free to buy anything you want. Oh my gosh, look, someone bought my stuff.
Oh,
let's go.
You haven't. You haven't bought my stock and sold it.
First you take my stock, then Daily. Hope you never need mod assistance. You know what? Okay. I guess, I would be very happy if a mod never looked at me ever again. Now, I technically haven't done anything wrong, and the admins are only being a little corrupt, but it felt wrong. In a video where I'm trying to prove the power of X-Ray, to let the admins get away with a grudged boycott on me. Like, they even made me shut down the pop-up nature store for the technicality of it being too close. Too close to the ruins of a shop. But my plan to break the boycott needed more diamonds very soon, so while in the mining tunnels, instead of covering up the evidence, I'd blow it up. Okay, block it off. Well, don't mind if I do. Oh. There's nothing really suspicious about this. It just seems like someone used TNT. You see those right there? Those are the first ever non-deep slate diamonds I've seen this video. This is like what diamonds used to look like, but they look so weird now after seeing deep slate diamonds this whole time. Now with these diamonds, I went around and bought out every single shop on the server.
What the heck? What? Who is this?
And opened a third shop that sold those items at ridiculously low prices. If they were going to boycott me, they'd have to boycott the entire server. So I staked out my shop to see if the prices would lure any admins to break their ban. Oh my gosh, yes! Oh my gosh! Dragon Sekko's there. Are they gonna buy anything? Yo, yes! The admin Dragon Sekko did end up making a large purchase, but it was actually just her buying her store's stock back. Now, most shops have a list of players that they have banned. For example, I'm banned from Epic Store, and I have to obey that. So because I wanted these low prices for everyone on the server, I snuck back to my shop and banned Dragon Sekko from it. But when Zartu showed her the sign... Zartu, please buy. Yo! They just unbanned themselves from the store?
That's funny.
I found that I had even less power than I thought. The admins didn't obey the rules of my shop, and what could I do about it? Report them? To who? But this changed my mindset about X-Ray. I had it all backwards. I couldn't force my power. It'd have to be freely given to me, which is why, day 37, I was X-Raying for netherite. I found that the most undetectable and fastest method was blowing up beds in the netherite veins. This became my favorite way to X-Ray, as it was exhilarating mining so much netherite, but at the same time was helping Oranges build a convincing story. Because what's better than no trail is a very believable trail. If they question how I have so much netherite, I have the tunnels to prove that I didn't X-ray. There were times I would suspiciously mine a bit to get nearby netherite, but I would then cover it with lava, which honestly I just did that so I could tell you guys I was being careful. I wasn't. But with 18 netherite ingots, I shut down Orange's rockets and renovated it into Orange's netherite shop. Now, when I made my list of banned players, I easily could have put those who banned me from their shops and the admins as an act of revenge. But instead, every person I reasonably could have put on the banned players list, I put on the discount list. This was my way to gain favor from the admins, but ironically, using X-Ray that they didn't know about. And the moderators are not going to question how I got this netherite because it benefits them not to. Then, even better than the rocket shop, I can throw in 32 diamonds at a time to clean. I had found the perfect X-ray method.
Come tend the garden with me. We have so many seeds to sow.
Dude, that is like 120 ancient debris. You are tearing the nether up. Nether isn't the only thing I'm tearing up.
We were having the time of our lives when we started. Everything was groovy, but I'm noticing lately we've been half-hearted. West Side Story don't feel pretty anymore.
Oh my gosh, Zartu responded. Huh? Better make a follow-up clarifying that comment. I say what I mean and I mean what I say.
Well, we spent the bulk of our days feeling free, like we were properly stoned.
Are they looking at me? Yo, they're looking at me! Abort, 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 abort!
Tower of Diamonds.
No, I don't think anybody else has seen it.
Epic saw it. I knew he did. I knew he saw
Do
it.
they not know who it is? Did
Someone's
they not see me?
flexing for. That guy is flexing for sure. I think.
I don't know how he got rich so quick though. He's still pretty young.
I have no idea either. His little shop right over here doesn't really sell that much.
They're questioning.
I haven't seen him with somebody. Like every time I see him, he's alone.
I'm guessing he's just better than most of us when he's alone.
Right? Maybe.
I am surprised that he just built a Tower of Diamonds just to get up there.
I had the diamonds, I had the favor of the admins, and not a single soul knew the true story. My secret was safe and I could x-ray as much as I wanted. Until... It was, I remember, day 53, a day that started very unassuming. I was invited into the Oreo, where for 1 diamond, I purchased some trading cards. I had recognized Altius Games as a player who had joined around the same time as me, but this was my first time meeting AA17 Prime. But little did I know, this single purchase of cards would change my X rank forever. I collected a huge profit from the shop, so again worked on restocking it. But I've been doing this for what, 12 days now? I was bored of the routine, so I thought, hey, remember those guys I gave 1 diamond to? Well, what if I placed a bunch in front of their house?
Oh.
Hello?
I guess we're rich now or something.
I want to know something. I want to know. Why did you build a gigantic tower of diamond blocks in the sky?
For fun. Now this is all this interaction was supposed to be, but it led me to discover that with my diamonds, I could buy something I was desperate for. Okay, just, you know, don't mind them, and then you run away, and then you run away, and then you run away.
There you are. Why are there diamonds in a pile? Roxy, do you know anything about this?
But after building a couple more piles, those got boring, so I improved my theatrics.
I love oranges.
So you know how they say money doesn't grow on trees? Look what I found.
I don't think diamonds are gonna grow from this tree.
Watch, bro. This is how I get so many diamonds.
I don't think money's gonna grow.
This is how I get so many diamonds. Trust. Replace it all with diamonds. Yo, so they're not saying anything. They all left!
Oh my god, money does grow on trees.
Yo, they are not messing with this, bro.
Oh my god.
They actually think this is the stupidest thing ever. Now this was some fun power, as people were getting sorta suspicious of me, but for the fact that I'm still here, my methods must be at least pretty good. But day 56 Prime, the person I pranked with the money tree, reached out with an opportunity for me to prove some real power by helping them in a fight. The lore of the situation, I didn't need to or want to know. All I saw this as was a chance to prove the power of X-ray, because our team was barely geared until they added me.
I need netherite. I need netherite.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, how did you make so much money? wait.
Bro, you're rich.
Do you have any more netherite for me?
I'm just gonna throw out 17.
Oh! Thank you! Roaches,
Wait, can I-
G.
Roaches, bro.
You are a G, bro. Oranges,
elevator down,
you'd be fine
it's
if I
fine.
just like mine this
Oh no, they're gonna see! It's hollow! Wait, I don't think I made that hollow. Yo, I think someone stole from it. That's why I do this. What? Oh my gosh! Yo, they got a secret base! Gosh! Wait, what the heck did I just get led into? But the longer we waited for the signal to jump in and fight, the more I started to think, this wasn't happening. Turns out back at spawn, they settled the conflict peacefully. Man. But even though I didn't get the chance to show the power of X-Ray, I've now gained something I've never had on this server, a team.
Oh, Rose here. Hey, Ro.
Though, at the same time, they really only know me for the diamonds I've been giving them. It's not like Roran just says that much, so I'm only here because of X-Ray.
Bro, what? Whose shoulder is this? Whose shoulder is this? Bro. Dog is just flexing on us.
What on earth? How do you have so much?
Okay, can we all agree, guys, that Ro is the sexiest one out of all of us?
We can agree that he's the richest.
So this is our valuables chest. Now, I don't know when the rest of my team is going to log on, but I want to like fill this up to the brim with stuff. Now, it seems like the only thing I am on the team is a way to like get the money. I think that's how I joined in the first place. So you know what? If that's why, I'm gonna go keep getting them riches. Here, you know what? To help disguise our X-raying even more, let's do it under this person's house. So if anyone gets suspicious, they'll blame whoever built this. But I'm really glad I'm on a team now. I feel like it's nice that Roranges is gonna be a lot less suspicious now that he's working with people. Because now the story is like, he's just not on here to X-ray for a little bit, get some diamonds, then leave. Now he's making connections. He's making friendships. But it's all a facade. But now, also at the same time, I always was like thinking, I wonder what the admins would think when I get caught for X-raying. But I'm starting to think, what's my team gonna think when I get caught for X-raying? Are they gonna snitch on me? Or because I have a bunch of diamonds and then they can claim innocence, they're just gonna act like nothing happened. Yeah, but we should go restock that soon because I am kind of getting bored. I'm getting bored of X-raying. See, like, here's the thing is like, this is a ton of diamonds, but it's actually like crazy. It's not like you get like a billion diamonds like right away. You actually still got to put in the work, which is crazy. I'm complaining about how hard it is to get diamonds while X-raying, but like, man, hopefully my team is impressed with what I have.
Oh, Ro is coming down. Ro.
Yes, they're excited to see me.
Bro.
It's definitely not another right hoe.
Is this supposed to be a new form of flexing?
So, like, are the mines for netherite just basically dried up because someone is selling netherite?
Ahem, you're kind of looking at him.
Oh my gosh.
Hi, Oranges.
This is crazy. Well, you like X-raying for coal or something.
A lot of shulkers will be needed.
We're getting to the end of it. I have about 2 stacks left.
This is, for me, this is basically a challenge. I'm leaving the group. I'm sorry, team. But something has to be done about this. So here's what I've learned about X-raying for coal. If you ever need this information, first, keep as high as possible. It's tempting to go down to the ores in view, but then there's time lost heading back up, so get all the top ores and then go down. Secondly, if there's a beacon, set it up. The building of it does add on time, but the insta-mining shaves off a ton of time getting to every coal ore vein. Third, what do I do about the obvious tunnels I mined? Hope nobody looks at them. It cut the coal ore mining rate in half to cover them up with stone, and out of all the tunnels, it's not that suspicious. But lastly, do remember, all these time saves are worthless because, well, all I was doing was saving myself time to mine more coal. So I spent the same amount of time mining coal anyways. Look at that, look at that. How tall is it right now? I don't even know. I was thinking, I wonder what their reaction is gonna be when they see the giant coal tower. But I don't even know who built the original one. I just saw a coal tower and went, nope, I can't let someone beat me.
We need this to go all the way to height limit. That's when we know we really set the record.
We? What do you mean we? I mined all this coal. Prime's helping me build this. If they look through and to see who built this tower, they're gonna see Prime's name all over it as well. They're gonna believe Prime went and got these ores as well. So if I get caught for X-raying, Prime might get in trouble even though he didn't do anything. That's not good. There we go. Now we got a good line going. Now it doesn't look like an X-ray tunnel anymore. Now it just looks like, honestly, I don't know what it looks like anymore. Is
it you?
This is mine.
This was you.
Yep, this was me.
Are you trying to upstage me here?
Absolutely. That is the only reason.
Wow. I would say challenge accepted, but I don't know if I can emotionally handle mining more full. You might just have this one.
GG.
GG's.
I'm sorry, Ro is my best friend because he's awesome. Right, Ro? You know our besties. If you say no, I will cry. Good job. Yeah. I will audibly cry into my mic right now if you had said no. I'm boosting you. I'm boosting you. Wait. I'm gonna... Why, Ro? Why? Thought you loved me.
Hey, okay.
Thought you loved me.
To cry.
Fine.
W troll, bro. W troll.
Fine.
Now, day 77, I was wondering if the cold tower was too suspicious, if it made people think I was an X-rayer. So when Putt Philly asked me to play hide and seek with him, I thought it would be a great opportunity to one-on-one find out what he truly thinks of me. 30, 29, 28, 27... This is hard. Wait, I'm gonna be searching forever. There's no way an actual X-rayer would waste this much time looking for someone in a game of hide and seek. But as I played hide and seek with Philly...
How did you... How? Okay, I will count from right here. I'll give you 30 seconds.
I found he didn't see me as an X-rayer.
Oh, dude, I'm already doing so much worse than you. Oh, I found you! Dude, that is a great spot.
Or see me as a person to just get diamonds from.
Ro is surprisingly good at hide and seek.
But he saw me as a friend.
As soon as you hear me fall, you can start counting, okay?
Except...
You don't see me.
But you know what a goated spot would be? We go to the old bread and butter. So you never suspect me to be up here again.
Seriously? Exact same spot. Why?
Except when Philly and I talked about our lives, he told the genuine truth.
Dude, I'm working on getting a new job so I can actually do line firefighting instead of sitting in an office all day.
But when he asked about my life, I had to lie.
He is. He's a man of no words, but he conveys so much emotion. Just look at his eyes.
I have this huge secret that no one will ever know. The oranges Putt Philly calls a friend?
Nah, I'm joking. Ro's giving me enough. Ro, give me full netherite.
Like... Doesn't actually exist.
Ro, will I ever be allowed to hear your voice? Ro, no. Okay.
The next item I wanted to X-ray for was the rarest ore in the game, so I flew to where I mined our cold tower looking for deep slate emerald ore. But after mining 3, and I think we literally found all the deep slate emerald ore in this biome, which is nice. It's nice that we didn't have to spend forever looking for it, but now we're gonna have to go find another windswept hill. So I'd fly to more mountains, and at the top, either look below for or use a program called Free Camera that lets me basically fly around the world looking. Even with X-ray, the ore was still rare to find, but this server is 10,000 by 10,000 blocks wide, meaning there's about 90 deep slate emerald ore on the server, and I mined up 1/6 of it.
Can one of you come up here? Because, like, how? The rarest block in the game.
I think I saw some in
You're too
Miner's
rich.
chest.
Based off of their reactions, kinda made me realize I think this is the most suspicious I've ever been. So to get the heat off of me, I joined my team looting an ancient city. But interestingly, when Prime was looking for that ancient city, he wasn't doing so by mining in the caves, but he was using Free Camera, the same we used for emeralds. Doing this is explicitly banned in the rules, but I just find it interesting where we draw the lines for what rules we break. He's already breaking the rules to find structures, but would be so opposed to X-raying for ores. Even then, why is mine the inherently worst cheat? All it is a texture pack, while his is an entire mod. But I spent 3 days with them looting that ancient city and another trial chamber.
Oh, you place water? Kidding me?
I didn't even get anything good from this. It was just to build the lie that Roranges is a regular player. But I think it started to go too far. Day 85 isn't even on the server. It was on Prime's private server. I wasn't X-raying on here, but the lie was clearly working as I was now the newly added member to the Orbital SMP. I remember after this, I took a shower, which just gave me time to feel. This is turning into more than just a funny X-ray challenge. Now my team, these genuine and real people, were starting to form a connection with me, but not with me, with Roranges, my secret identity, which means this entire friendship is based on a lie. I'm close to day 100, but the longer this lie goes on, the more shocking the truth will be. So I planned on completing the rest of this challenge in the tunnels alone, where no one could figure out my secret. But then when I go to X-ray, there's a new anti-X-ray plugin. Then at the same time, Daily Chief Guy reaches out to me asking about my shenanigans. Coincidence? No, this has to be about my X-ray. So I prepared for the final showdown between me and the admins, because you know what this message really means? It means the admins have nothing on me. If they did, I'd already be banned. But Daly's message did mean they were onto me. I knew once Daly found even a hint of X-ray, he would take his shot. So I just had to be sure I shot first. As always, I needed more diamonds, but the new anti-X-ray wouldn't stop me, as I came prepared with an anti-X-ray. But here's the thing, if I'm gone soon, these diamonds are worthless to me. But for my final act of X-ray, I wanted to leave these for my teammates, as a thank you for the good times and sorta an apology. Except I needed to be sure the admins wouldn't take away what I've left for them. No one can know they've come from me. So I scattered diamonds throughout some of their chests, putting a lot into their vaults, muddying my cheated diamonds with their legit diamonds. But since the admins can track chests, in case that doesn't work, I hid stacks of ore in their walls. I wonder what they'll think when they find this. I wonder if they'll even remember who I was. Okay, how did you get so much deep slate emerald ore? So this is what gets me. The deep slate emerald ore tower. We have reason to believe you've been using cheats to gain an advantage. If you chose to be honest, we will reduce your ban time. So I lied, because I didn't need a shorter ban time. I just needed time. I sent Daly a video that I said would explain my strategies, but that was just a distraction, so I could take my remaining diamonds and put them in stashes all around the server. Under the Emerald Tower, my team's secret base entrance, the billboard, the store I'm banned from, the store that blew up, the nether tunnels I blew up, and for good karma, a fortune in front of Zartu's rocket shop. But then Prime logged on, so I saved a massive stash to hand off to him personally, giving me the chance to see him one last time. But I was far out, and Daly had watched through the video and had more questions, so I flew back to base as fast as I could, spamming rockets, spinning a wilder tale with Daly, but... Well, this is new. Every time I've gotten banned in the past, it's been because, like, I've been crazily admitting to it. But this is, I think, the first time I've been actually banned for X-ray. This was it. After 3 fun videos, my X-ray antics finally caught up to me. I flew too close to the sun and now had lost. Day 89, Orange's 220 was banned. So, I logged on with my main account, Jaron, a seemingly new player to the server. Now, Oranges might be banned, but remember, I shot first, because I then looted every single stash I hid in spawn, bought a maxed out pickaxe, and dug back into my tunnels as the richest player on the server!